Have you ever felt something you couldn't quite explain? A subtle tension in the air, a heaviness in the room, or a quiet nudge deep in your spirit. You're not imagining it. This is the power of discernment, a supernatural gift from God that allows you to see what others cannot, uncover hidden truths, and sense the unseen forces around you. In this video, we'll reveal the profound lessons behind the gift of discernment. Why has God chosen you to carry this ability? What does it mean to walk through life seeing what others overlook? And how can this gift protect, guide, and empower you to fulfill His divine purpose? Whether you've struggled with feeling misunderstood, questioned your instincts, or wondered why you notice things no one else seems to see, this message is for you. Together, we'll explore how discernment uncovers hidden dangers, reveals God's purpose, and equips you to shine His light even in the darkest places. Don't miss this journey of discovery. It's not just about understanding this gift. It's about embracing it as a powerful blessing. Stay with us until the end to uncover how God is speaking directly to you through this extraordinary ability. Your life and perspective might never be the same again. Before we start, I'd appreciate your support. If you like the video, please subscribe and hit the bell to stay updated on future lessons from God. Discernment is an extraordinary, supernatural gift bestowed directly by God, transcending mere instinct or cultivated skill. It is a sacred spiritual ability to perceive, hear, and sense what lies beyond the surface, what others often overlook. According to the dictionary, discernment is defined as the ability to identify minute details, distinguish between closely related things, and make insightful judgments. But spiritually, discernment dives far deeper. It is the divine capacity to uncover hidden truths, expose falsehoods, and detect the subtle movements of both good and evil spirits. This gift is not accidental or coincidental. It is an intentional blessing from God, entrusted to chosen individuals for His divine purposes. In 1 Corinthians 12 verse 10, discernment is listed among the spiritual gifts alongside prophecy and miracles, signifying its profound importance. It is not merely a tool but a divine responsibility, setting apart those who carry it with a unique ability to see beyond appearances, penetrate facades, and unveil hidden intentions. It enables them to sense the unseen, to feel shifts in spiritual atmospheres, to detect both light and darkness at work in people, situations, and places. Yet, this profound gift often carries with it an intense emotional weight. At times, the insights revealed by the Holy Spirit can feel isolating or even burdensome, as if the weight of unseen truths rests heavily on the bearer's heart. There are moments when discernment brings clarity about relationships, exposing dangers or unveiling falsehoods in ways that can leave you questioning how to respond. You may hesitate to voice what you see, fearing rejection, dismissal, or misunderstanding. Sharing what you perceive can feel daunting, especially when it involves truths that challenge others' comfort zones. It is not uncommon for discerners to feel alone in their experiences, as if they are holding knowledge that the world is unprepared to hear or comprehend. But here's the remarkable truth. God chose you specifically for this sacred task. He knew you would be able to carry the weight of discernment, to wield it with wisdom, courage, and love. When God reveals something to you, it is never without purpose. He may be warning you of danger, guiding you away from harmful relationships, or preparing you to serve as a vessel of wisdom for someone in need. Sometimes, He reveals these truths to protect your heart, and at other times, to position you as a source of light and guidance for others. Discernment sharpens your awareness in ways that can feel almost otherworldly. You don't merely see people, you notice them. You pick up on the subtle shifts in their demeanor, the weight behind their words, the unspoken emotions in their tone of voice. A fleeting glance, a momentary pause, or a change in energy in the room can speak volumes to you. This heightened sensitivity also extends to spiritual realms. There may be times when you sense an unshakable heaviness in the atmosphere or feel an undeniable presence, whether divine or malevolent. These moments remind you of the unseen battle constantly unfolding, one that God has equipped you to discern and navigate. However, discernment is not a gift of judgment or condemnation. It is a gift of alignment with God's perspective. It calls you to see through His eyes, to understand with His wisdom, and to act with His love. When He reveals hidden truths, it is not to elevate you but to empower you as a vessel of His will. It is a reminder that your gift is rooted in His grace, designed to reflect His purposes in a world often shrouded in confusion and deceit. Though the path of discernment may feel lonely at times, take heart in knowing that you walk it under God's divine guidance. Embrace this gift with humility and faith, trusting that every revelation, every insight, and every prompting is part of a greater tapestry God is weaving for your life and the lives of those you are called to impact. Your discernment is not just a blessing, it is a divine mission, an opportunity to illuminate His truth in a world desperately in need of His light. Discernment exposes hidden dangers and enemies. Point one of the most profound yet challenging aspects of discernment is its power to uncover what lies hidden, whether it's a concealed danger, an unseen enemy, or a spiritual struggle cloaked in everyday life. This extraordinary gift from God transcends the superficial, peeling back layers to reveal what is concealed beneath appearances or words. Discernment grants clarity, allowing you to perceive not only what is evident but also what is whispered in the unseen. It's not a tool for judgment but a divine lens through which the Holy Spirit reveals truths meant for your protection and to fulfill God's purpose in your life. Having discernment is like stepping into a room with spiritual vision, where you see and sense things others cannot. You notice the subtleties, the shift in energy, the unspoken motives, or the spiritual weight lingering in a space. Sometimes it feels like an internal alarm sounding when a seemingly perfect opportunity carries hidden traps. Other times, it's the quiet reassurance that you're in the presence of genuine goodness. This heightened awareness is not overthinking or paranoia. It's the Holy Spirit guiding you to see beyond what is presented, to protect you from harm, and to prepare you for God's greater plans. There are moments when discernment can feel isolating. You may pick up on something unsettling about a person or situation, only to be met with skepticism or dismissal by others. You might question yourself, wondering, why do I see this when no one else does? Am I wrong to feel this way? Yet, as time passes and experiences confirm the whispers of the Spirit, you learn to trust that inner voice. It's not mere instinct or coincidence. It's God's Spirit directing you, inviting you to lean into His wisdom and rely on His guidance. This gift also illuminates the intentions of those around you. With discernment, you can detect when someone's words don't align with their actions, when their motives are not as pure as they seem, or when their presence carries hidden harm. It shields you from manipulation, betrayal, and emotional wounds, offering you the strength to navigate relationships and situations with caution and clarity. However, discernment is not solely about unveiling darkness. It is equally about recognizing light. It allows you to see the beauty of authentic hearts, to identify moments where God is moving, and to embrace opportunities that align with His divine will. When wielded wisely, discernment becomes a source of empowerment and peace. It sharpens your ability to navigate the complexities of life, giving you the courage to walk away from what is harmful and the confidence to embrace what is good. Yet, it also calls for humility, reminding you that this gift is not about elevating yourself but about aligning your perspective with God's. Through discernment, you become a vessel for His wisdom, speaking truth where it is needed and offering insight to those who are lost. Still, carrying this gift can feel like a weight at times. The knowledge you bear can be overwhelming, seeing hidden truths or sensing spiritual battles that others are unaware of. There may be moments when you long for simplicity, for the bliss of ignorance, but discernment does not allow you to turn a blind eye. Instead, it strengthens you, equipping you to stand firm in the face of uncertainty and to trust that every revelation serves a higher purpose. Ultimately, discernment is a divine blessing that enables you to see the world as God sees it, beyond the surface, beyond the immediate, and into the eternal. It is a light in the darkness, a shield in moments of vulnerability, and a guide that leads you closer to His heart. Embrace it with faith, knowing that God has entrusted you with this gift for a reason. Through discernment, you are not only protected but also called to be a beacon of clarity and truth in a world that so often walks in shadows. Discernment protects and guides for God's purpose. The gift of discernment is far more than the ability to uncover what is hidden or expose what is wrong. It is a sacred calling to align your heart, mind, and actions with God's divine purpose. This extraordinary gift is not passive. It is dynamic, alive, and constantly at work, both protecting you and equipping you to serve as an instrument of His will. Discernment doesn't just reveal truths. It compels you to act on them, urging you to respond to what you see, hear, and feel through the gentle but firm guidance of the Holy Spirit. One of the most profound ways discernment manifests is through its ability to protect you personally. God uses this gift as a shield, revealing truths to guard you against unseen dangers. Perhaps it's the sudden realization that someone in your life doesn't have your best interests at heart, the unsettling awareness of a toxic environment, or an inexplicable warning about a decision that seems outwardly harmless but carries hidden consequences. These moments often come as a gut feeling, a quiet but persistent check in your spirit, or even a vivid dream that lingers with undeniable clarity. These signs are not coincidences. They are God's way of whispering, "Pay attention. I am protecting you." If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment number 1 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Yet discernment is not just about safeguarding your path. It is also a powerful tool to guide others. There are times when the revelations you receive are not meant for you alone. God may grant you insight into someone else's struggles, allowing you to pray for them, offer wisdom, or gently steer them back toward Him. These moments require wisdom, humility, and a deep sensitivity to the Holy Spirit's leading. Discernment is not a weapon to wield against others or a platform to elevate yourself. It is a channel through which God's love, truth, and guidance flow. It is about serving, not judging, healing, not condemning. However, let's not overlook the weight that discernment can bring. Carrying this gift can be deeply challenging. The truths you perceive may set you apart, leaving you feeling isolated or even misunderstood. You might see things in people, places, or situations that others cannot comprehend, and explaining your perspective without seeming judgmental can feel nearly impossible. Sometimes, your very presence may make others uncomfortable because the light within you exposes their shadows. This rejection, though painful, is not a reflection of your worth but of their struggle with the Spirit of God working through you. It's important to remember that discernment, though often heavy, is never meant to isolate you. It is meant to activate you. Like a lighthouse piercing through the darkness, your gift is a beacon that guides others toward safety, clarity, and truth. It is God's light shining through you, illuminating paths for those who are lost or unaware of the dangers around them. Even when the journey feels lonely, take heart in knowing that God is with you, strengthening you to carry out the purpose He has set before you. Discernment is a gift of profound responsibility and immense grace. It calls you to trust in God's voice, even when it contradicts what you see with your physical eyes. It urges you to act with courage, even when the truth you carry feels too heavy to bear. And it invites you to lean into humility, recognizing that this gift is not about you but about reflecting God's glory and fulfilling His plans. As you navigate the complexities of discernment, remember that your insights are never random. They are part of a divine orchestration. God has chosen you to see what others cannot, to stand firm in the truth, and to walk boldly in His purpose. Embrace your gift with faith and courage, knowing that even in moments of uncertainty, you are a vessel of His love, a guardian of His truth, and a light in the darkness for those who desperately need His guidance. Discernment may cause rejection. Carrying the gift of discernment often comes with a profound and sometimes painful reality. Not everyone will understand you. Some may distance themselves from you, avoid you, or even reject you entirely. This rejection isn't because of anything you've done wrong, but because discernment has a way of uncovering truths and exposing what others would prefer to keep hidden. It's not about judgment or confrontation. Often, your mere presence can act as a mirror reflecting the things they don't want to face, stirring discomfort in ways even they may not fully comprehend. When you possess the gift of discernment, your spirit is naturally attuned to deeper truths, and this sensitivity can create tension when it encounters unresolved struggles or concealed motives in others. People wrestling with inner turmoil may instinctively sense that you see through their masks, even if you never utter a word about what you perceive. This spiritual clash can make them uneasy, leading them to withdraw or even lash out. It's not uncommon for people to avoid you without understanding why, as your light disrupts their darkness, exposing vulnerabilities they'd rather keep buried. This rejection, though deeply isolating, is not a reflection of your worth or a measure of your belonging. It's natural to wonder, why don't I fit in? Why do others avoid me or treat me as if I'm different? These feelings can be heavy, but it's crucial to recognize that the discomfort you cause is not about you. It's about the Spirit of God within you. The discernment you carry is a manifestation of His wisdom and light, and sometimes that light shines too brightly for those who aren't ready to confront their realities. The pain of rejection is real, but it is not purposeless. It is a sign that God is using you in ways that may not yet be clear. Your gift sets you apart, not to isolate you, but to position you for a higher calling. You weren't meant to blend in with the world or to conform to its ways. God gave you discernment because He has a specific mission for you, one that requires clarity, wisdom, and unwavering faith. As 1 Peter 2 verse 9 beautifully reminds us, You are a chosen people, a royal priesthood, a holy nation, God's special possession, that you may declare the praises of him who called you out of darkness into his wonderful light. While the rejection can feel lonely, it's also a mark of God's hand on your life. He has chosen you to be a vessel of his light, and that light can challenge, convict, and awaken those around you. Not everyone will welcome this, but that doesn't diminish the importance of your role. Your gift isn't meant to be hidden or muted to make others comfortable. It's meant to shine boldly, illuminating paths for those who are lost and guiding others toward truth. This calling may not always feel easy, but it is purposeful. Rejection becomes easier to bear when you remember that it's part of walking in alignment with God's will. You are not rejected because of weakness, but because your light is powerful, your presence is impactful, and your discernment is transformative. The world may misunderstand you, but God sees you fully and equips you for the journey ahead. Every rejection, every moment of isolation, is refining you, strengthening you, and drawing you closer to him. So, stand firm in your gift. Let your discernment be a source of strength and courage, not a burden. Trust that God is working through you, even when others pull away. Embrace your calling with confidence, knowing that you are his chosen vessel, set apart to bring his light into the world. Though some may turn away, there will be others who are drawn to that light, finding healing, hope, and clarity because you were faithful to use the gift God gave you. In his purpose, every rejection becomes a stepping stone toward greater fulfillment and impact. Trust and obey the Holy Spirit's guidance. One of the most profound and challenging aspects of the gift of discernment is learning to trust and obey the Holy Spirit's guidance. Discernment is not simply about recognizing when something feels off or uncovering hidden truths. It's about taking intentional action in response to what God reveals. Often, the Holy Spirit communicates in ways that are subtle yet deeply impactful, through a quiet nudge, an unsettling gut feeling, or an unshakable conviction that something is either right or wrong. These moments are divine whispers, and responding to them requires both faith and courage. The difficulty lies in trusting those impressions, especially when they defy logic or when others don't share or understand what you perceive. How many times have you felt a deep, unmistakable warning in your spirit, doubted it, and later realized it was God speaking all along? That gut feeling is not mere instinct. It's the Holy Spirit guiding you, protecting you, and equipping you for something greater. The gift of discernment is not meant to be dismissed or ignored. It's a sacred tool given to align your actions with God's will and to fulfill his purpose in your life. As you grow spiritually, you begin to notice just how accurate and intentional the Holy Spirit's revelations are. Discernment enables you to see beyond what is visible, whether it's sensing someone's hidden motives, identifying spiritual warfare in a situation, or feeling prompted to intercede in prayer for someone. These revelations are never random. They are purposeful. Obeying these promptings is an act of faith, even when the reasons are unclear at the moment. God doesn't reveal things to you without purpose. He is preparing you to act in alignment with his plan, whether to protect yourself, guide someone else, or be a vessel for his glory. Ignoring the voice of discernment can lead to unnecessary struggles, missed opportunities, or even spiritual harm. Those deep feelings in your spirit aren't coincidences. They are divine signals. When the Holy Spirit nudges you, take it seriously, no matter how small or unusual it may seem. Trust that God is speaking to you and that his guidance is always for your good, even when it challenges your understanding or comfort. Each moment of discernment is a reminder that you have been chosen to hear his voice in a way not everyone can. Yet, trusting and obeying discernment isn't always easy. There will be moments of doubt, particularly when what you sense isn't visible or apparent to others. You may feel isolated, even misunderstood, as though you're carrying a burden others can't see. You might ask, why do I feel this way? Why do others dismiss what seems so clear to me? These struggles can be discouraging, but they are also part of the refining process God uses to strengthen your faith. He chose you for this gift because he knew you could carry it, even when it felt heavy or lonely. Obedience requires action, and discernment is no exception. When the Spirit prompts you to pray, pray with fervor. When he warns you about a situation, trust his guidance and either step back or speak up, depending on his leading. Discernment is not about passivity. It's about bold faith. Even when the road feels unclear, your willingness to act on what God reveals is an expression of trust in his wisdom and love. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, Please comment number 2 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. The gift of discernment is one of the most powerful blessings God can bestow. It grants you the ability to see the unseen, hear what isn't spoken, and sense spiritual realities that others might overlook. This gift often sets you apart, making you feel different or even misunderstood, but that's because it is not a gift given to everyone. God specifically entrusted it to you for His divine purposes, to protect you, guide you, and use you as a vessel of wisdom and truth for others. While discernment can sometimes feel overwhelming or isolating, it is, above all, a privilege, a direct line of communication with God. Through it, He speaks warnings, offers guidance, and equips you for a greater purpose. Trust what the Holy Spirit reveals, even when others don't understand it or when the answers seem unclear. You weren't designed to fit into the world's mold. You were created to stand out, to shine brightly as a light in dark places. As you continue to grow in this gift, lean on God for wisdom and clarity. Pray fervently for discernment, not just to see but to know how to respond. Ask for the strength to act boldly when called and the humility to use this gift in service of others. Whether it's a warning for your protection or an insight meant to guide someone else, discernment is a tool for love, not judgment. If you've ever felt like you don't belong because of this gift, remember this. God gave it to you because He saw your heart and knew you could carry this responsibility. He didn't give it to isolate you but to activate you, to set you apart for His glory. Trust in His purpose for your life, and embrace discernment as the powerful, transformative blessing it truly is. Through it, you are not only protected but also called to be a vessel of His truth, a beacon of light, and a reflection of His boundless love. As we wrap up, let's take a moment to reflect on everything we've explored about the powerful gift of discernment. What have you learned so far? How has this deeper understanding of discernment resonated with you? We'd love to hear your thoughts. Please share one key insight that stood out to you and how you plan to put it into practice in your life. Your story might inspire and encourage others on their journey. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, don't forget to leave your comment below, and be sure to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Together, let's continue growing in wisdom and faith. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.